What's going on, everybody? Back. We haven't had a stream in a while, but that's okay. Today is going to be something very special, though. We are, as the title can tell, we're debuting a new holster for my company. This is a holster that we've been kind of teasing and talking about here on stream for a couple of weeks, actually more like a couple of months. And the day's finally here. I am super excited that we finally get to talk about it. We have been posting a lot about it on Instagram, a little bit on our Facebook page. We've had some teaser videos come out. If you haven't seen them, check them out on our YouTube page. But in the next minutes, we're going to have a video debuting on premiering on our YouTube channel that we're going to showcase. Then there's a second video that's premiering just after that at about 12:15 Eastern time. And then there's a third one debuting at 1. But we're going to showcase that one early. It's only about a 1-minute video. It is a cinematic video that we used this new holster for, just to kind of showcase it, talk about it a little bit, kind of see what it can do, all that fun stuff. So I'm really excited that we finally get to do this, that we finally get to showcase this holster. We have been keeping it under wraps for a very long time. I've been excited about talking about it. Chase, who's a business partner that has been working with me on this holster, he's really excited to finally talk about it. We've got some other people that are really excited to talk about it. I'm going to be bringing one of them to a buddy of mine later today so that he can showcase it on his social medias, things like that. So it's definitely been an adventure. It's been a lot of fun. And I have not really ever done something like this before for the company, and really for myself either. So it's really exciting that this is finally coming to fruition, that we are finally seeing this thing happen, and that we are finally getting to talk more about this weapon system that we've made this holster for. So the premiere comes up in about 3 minutes, so I'm gonna click into the video. Okay, and let's see. We are going to get this thing moments, and I will get this over to. I'm gonna wait. So this. That all right, so 60 seconds when it's going to start. What my YouTube is saying, right? It's 58 right now for me. Okay, so we will come over here to the live screen, and let me get the window capture going. Properties. Can't tell. You can pretty much tell on the video what's right in front of me, what this is for. I'm super excited about it. This has been one of the coolest projects that we've ever worked on. So we're calling this the RECOM holster, since we worked on it with RECOM Actual. Very good friends of the channel, or very good friends of mine and my business. And it has been just such a long process. We've been working on this since July. And I've been super excited about it. Now that it's finally coming to a head, we're finally able to talk about it. We're finally able to, just showcase everything. Ooh, it's going to premiere shortly. Here we go. So yeah, I'm super excited about this finally coming to a head, actually happening, being a thing, and finally being able to talk about it. Not being able to talk about it, I think, has been the hardest thing, because it's so exciting and it's so different that I just want to talk. I've wanted to talk about it with people, but it hasn't been an option. I'm trying to keep it all hush hush and quiet. So probably going to start here in the next 20-ish seconds or so. So this is the interview process. This is myself and Chase from RECOM Actual talking a little bit about the holster, doing the actual full reveal. We're going to talk about the process that we went through, how we created it, why we created it, some issues that we had while creating it, and some other things like that. It is now available on the website, which here we go. I'm going to full screen it. It will be available on our website though, so just keep that in mind if you want one for your amplifier. Oh, that's weird. If I click out of it, then weird. Okay. Start. Why is it doing this? Weird. Hey, my email just got sent. Perfect. Your studio real quick. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. That's the problem. I put the countdown at 5 minutes. If I click edit it. Sure, I can edit this one. Now I can edit this one. It's right here. That doesn't now it doesn't help. I'll pull that down a little bit. Okay, so we just got a few more minutes of the countdown. I've never done a premiere before, so this is new to me. I feel like they should have started the countdown 5 minutes before the premiere was supposed to be live, if it's going to be like a whole fiasco with all this stuff. So that's learning curve for me. That's fine. It'll be great because it'll lead us right into the countdown for the other video that's going to be premiering today, which I should actually go ahead. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh crap. Studio content. Open up this one and this one. Well, actually, we don't really need to open that one. Premiering now. So it's about to start here. 4 minutes ago, and I guess I put it on a 5-minute timer, which, oh well. You learn, you live and you learn. All good. Screen it. By the time that we finish this one, the second video, the features video, should be pretty much starting. And then I will open up the other one on my Google, or my Drive, my Google Docs. Then we will watch that one together before it even. I'm super excited. I also need to get the holster site actually set up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Dun dun. At Next Up Concealment, we believe that creativity inspires innovation. My name is Gary Kellenberger, and I'm the owner of Next Up Concealment. Over the last few weeks, we've been working with our friends at RECOM Actual to develop a brand new holster series. And today, I am pleased to announce that new holster series, the RECOM PCC holster.
Hey, I'm Chase with RECOM Actual. I'm a co-owner and the lead crayon designer. Oh man, sorry. How did I come up with this project? So I was washing dishes, watching a YouTube video, and it was actually Polar Tactical's interview of Ian from Forgotten Weapons. And they were talking about that was the Finished Brutality. They just finished running. And they were talking about their favorite guns, and one thing led to another. And basically, Giga said that his favorite gun might be an MP5, and Ian made a comment about how he should run that in a two-gun match as a rifle and a pistol, and you have to shoot it, two-handed, pressed out like a handgun, and then shoot as a rifle. And Giga said, "Well, yeah, that would be cool, but I'd only do that if I had a holster for it." And I said, "I know a guy who makes holsters, and I want to see Giga do that on camera." And that's really the whole impetus of this entire thing was, I think it would be awesome to make Giga do something hilarious on camera. At the time, though, I didn't know if it was actually possible, but yeah, that's where it came from.
So we created this holster through a couple different steps. The first step was getting the MP5 and actually tracing it out on a whiteboard. So I took a dry erase marker, traced it out, and then I started drawing on that tracing how I wanted to do the blocking, where I wanted to do the cuts in the kydex for actually forming the holster style and the look overall. And then from there, we started actually getting into making the holster. So I got my tape, I got all of my blocking, put it on the MP5, heated my kydex, and started out in a foam press. After that, we decided, hey, this is actually something that we could make as a full product and sell to other people other than just giving one to Giga as a joke. And I got into working with a CAD designer to work on an MP5 mold through a CAD program, sent it out to a company to get CNC'd, and here we are vacuum forming our MP5 holsters, and they're working fantastically.
So when we started the project, I had what you could say were misgivings, concerns maybe, because it hadn't been done before, and the weight and size of the gun, putting something that big on your hip, it's not always a great idea if it's not done well. I learned that lesson hard back in the Marine Corps when I was a saw gunner, and I put 600 rounds on my hip, and that lasted for about 1 mile. And so, going into this, I definitely knew we had some pretty big design considerations to consider. But at the same time, Gary's been awesome with his designs in the past. We loved working with his holster, so I had a high degree of confidence in his design ability and in my ability to be enthusiastic, which is always, I'm told, helpful on projects and not annoying at all when I called him at 3 in the morning.
Which he did.
Yeah, but so a couple of misgivings, but I also was really excited about the project, and I thought we could pull it off. I just didn't know how.
There were a lot of complications with the holster making process. One of the biggest complications was dealing with the sheer weight and size of an MP5. I mean, these are not small platforms. I mean, this is kind of the K variant, so it is a relatively small in comparison platform than the traditional larger MP5. But even still, it's a pretty heavy gun, and it's got a good size to it. So that was one of the biggest issues we were having to deal with was, how do you get that size, that weight under control in a holster, especially with kydex? Kydex is traditionally a fairly malleable material that you can use to make your holsters, but it's not always the best under weight. So we had to figure out, okay, the 080 is what we traditionally use for our handguns. That's not going to be strong enough. We tried 125. That was a really strong, rigid holster, but it was not allowing us to have all of the means that we wanted to all the pliability that we needed as well still to accommodate for the MP5. So we ended up going with the 093 to kind of get the best of both worlds. We get all the detail of the 080 kydex and a majority of the rigidity of the 125. So it's really happy median. But that was, I would say, the biggest hurdle that we had to run through was the weight and size.
So we definitely have big plans for the holster. We launched with the MP5, one, because it's an iconic platform. It's a ton of fun to shoot, and there's a decent number of them in the United States, and it's Giga's favorite gun. And so that all kind of made sense. But the future of the project, after we saw how well these actually came together and how well they work, Gary and I immediately started realizing this could be an entire product line. So my hope for the future for this is definitely going to be something that incorporates a wide number of PCCs that people love to run and use for all kinds of stuff.
So this project, the reason that we decided to do this was mostly as a joke to a friend. So I've met Giga a couple of times when I was working at a gun shop locally. They came to visit and kind of do a meet and greet with our shop and our customers. And then I ran into them again in 2018 at SHOT Show at the Rex booth, and I believe also at the Zenith booth. So I've met Giga and Samo and Mansa and gotten to talk to all of them. And when Chase came to me with this idea of, hey, this is something fun that might be really cool. I like playing jokes on people, especially when it's all in good fun and especially when it has to deal with guns in a safe manner, I will say. I was all for it. In addition to that, we say that we're a custom kydex shop, and I wanted to push the envelope on what it really means to be a custom shop. And this project was our kind of putting our money where our mouth is. We claim to be a custom shop. You can't get more custom than building a holster for an MP5. It's about as custom can get, and we're really excited with how it all worked. And plus, we got to work with some amazing people. I mean, fun group of people to work with. And all around, just a great project.
So when I brought the idea to Gary, I honestly didn't have much of an idea of what the finished product would look like. I think I had a little sketch on like a napkin or a Post-it or something that was essentially like a cradle with a crudely drawn MP5 in it. Pretty sure I did it in crayon. So, from a design standpoint, I understand certain parts of it, but Gary's expertise in actual real big boy holster design was what was required, because I theoretically understood, like, we need a couple of retention points. The weight's going to be a concern. We have to figure out how to actually make it mount to the belt appropriately so it's functional. But beyond that, I didn't have a strong concept of what it would look like. And I remember, gosh, I don't even know if it was 2 weeks after I brought the idea to Gary, he sent me a photo of like, hey, I just made this up. I think it's going to work. And I was totally blown away. I was like, oh my God, that's a real holster. Wow, we did a thing. And so that was pretty cool. And so, from there, obviously the concept firmed up in my head a lot.
What's next? I would love to tell you what firearms we have kind of in the lineup for the RECOM series holster, but because we're working on some of them already, I can't really tell you what is next in the line, but I will say that we are working on expanding our line to some other PCCs and looking at, what other weapon systems will actually be feasible with this project. We are also going to be releasing a magazine, so our Riser series will be expanding into the PCC world. We've got some magazine carriers that are going to be coming out for the MP5. Also, we were able to get some magazine carriers for the CZ Scorpion and the SIG MPX as well. So expect those to come out relatively soon. They should actually come out right around the same time as this holster. So right now, that's kind of where we are right now. I can't confirm or deny whether or not the mag carriers that we're going to be releasing are a hint as to what is going to be next in the RECOM series. But as someone who has shot the CZ Scorpion, I'm a huge fan of the weapon system. I've got friends that have that gun, and they've asked for mag carriers before. So we're just lending ourselves to what our clients want. We've expanded that, as an area of the shooting industry that is somewhat underserved. So we wanted to be able to serve that part of the industry. It's a gap, and we want to fill it. So that's one of the reasons that we've got all these new PCC magazine that might be on the list one day. So that is that one. Now we go to, which is going to be for just, we'll start at 15, so it should actually start playing in probably the next 20 to 30 seconds, less. How are you, Farsight? What's going on, brother? So this video is the featurette, or the features video. So we're going to be talking about the features of the new holster series, the RECOM holster series, in this video. That's where we're going to be talking about it. Let me grab this real quick. That doesn't offer this. Then visible save. And here we go. This is the features video where we talk about the features. Warn me, why is there...
All right, so look, now Chase, let's talk about the holster. Yeah. Some of the features that we have here for the RECOM holster. The first thing that I want to point out is one of the biggest things is the strap across the front. What we have with the holsters, we actually put in 2 index points for mounting your strap. There's obviously the strap on the back where it secures.
That's good. Can I have some?
To the back side of the holster. But then on the front side, we put in 2 holes so that you can actually accommodate either a fixed stock, the collapsible butt stock that is traditional to MP5s, or no stock at all, or something like the SB tactical brace or the Law folder as well. So the holster will come with both sizes, the longer one and the shorter one as well, so that if you wanted to change it up, you absolutely could.
Yep. Yeah, and you guys can see that right here. If you take a peek at this holster, you can actually see the 2 index points. So all you're doing is just, if you got a fixed or collapsible stock, you're putting your snap right there, and you're moving the snap right here if you got a folding stock or brace of any kind. You know, so it's very user configurable in that way.
Yeah, you have 1 point of adjustment right here, right in front of the mag well. So if you want to make it a little bit tighter, or maybe it's too tight and you want to make it a little bit looser, you can do your adjustment right there. Those points will actually be reinforced with a rivet on either side.
So we snuck in a couple of things. So you can see that tournament holder right in front of me. That's ours. We make that.
One of the reasons we had to do the straps.
We snuck in a couple of other products in here.
So there's definitely some unique design features in the holster to compensate for the weight.
I think one of the coolest things that we were able to work into this was actually the True North MHAs. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So True North is a engineering and design company, and they do some really innovative stuff. And so when we called them, explained them the whole project, they were immediately on board, and we cannot thank Nate and the whole team over there for supporting us in this. But the MHA, I think, is one of the key pieces that made this a reality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, because of the weight of the MP5,
True North was amazing to
loved working with. Mag. The standard attachment systems for the interface between belt and shooter and the Safariland or G-code or whatever you're using to actually attach the holster to, it wasn't going to work out without the actual True North MHA. So if you take a peek at that right here, basically this is a aluminum fixture that goes on the belt. It's aluminum backed, so literally it's 2 pieces of aluminum you're sandwiching around the belt, and you've got your screw attachment points there. And it's got a modular leg strap positioner as well, so you can attach it at 3 different levels. And in fact, we're working on a new project, which I won't get into too much, where this is going to be concealable under a jacket as well, and that's also made possible because of the MHA. So this is definitely a super, it's in the name, modular holster attachment, right? But this is really what let this whole sort of thing come together as a project, and so that's a pretty cool partnership we're pumped on.
Yeah, and the one great thing that I love about the MHAs, which we will actually be offering the MHAs and the thigh strap, which are 2 separate products by True North, on our website once we launch the holster. So you will be able to order those in, I think it's black, OD green, flat dark earth.
Yeah.
And they might be coming out with a couple of other colors.
Yep.
I think there's a multicam one too.
I think so.
But one of the great things about it is just how well it's able to hold up that weight. And also, you know, it comes preset with all of the attachment screws that you're going to need. So if you want to put in a QLS system, it comes with the screws already in the bag. If you want to attach the holster straight to the modular holster adapter, it comes with those screws. So you don't need any extra hardware. All the hardware comes with it.
Yeah, and again, that was one of the things, the differences in MP5, because it's such a legacy platform, and there's so many different ways to set this gun up now, and which is a great thing from the end user perspective, but from a design standpoint, the MHA was another thing that enabled us.
That was the one thing I really
have
liked
some flexibility in the holster
about this company. Like working with them, they have they sent me a big ass box.
Different, like I said, the Safariland, the Blackhawk, G-code,
actually in the corner over there.
Run all that, and so it gave us some good flexibility there in our design. So. It's a great part of the project.
And speaking of attachments, the holster will come standard with the QLS fork. And if you order the MHA with it, we will include the base plate for the QLS system as well. They won't come attached or assembled or anything like that. That's up to you as the user, but we will have some videos on our website and on our YouTube page of how to set up the system to work efficiently with the RECOM holster.
I got to make those.
But in addition to having the capability of running your QLS system, you can run Molly, you can run a Tech Lock, you can run a paddle if you want to. While we advise you stick with the QLS system mixed with the True North for the most stability, it's your holster, you can run it however you want. But we did want to give that end user ability to our clients and our customers to wear it however you want. If you want to put it in your truck, so you have one of those Molly systems that you can run pouches, rifles, however you want to set it up. If you want to put a Molly system on there and have your MP5 ready to go, this holster will allow you to do that. You just take the 3 screws off. You can order the extra Molly attachments from our website, slap them on the back, and you're good to go.
To put on the website too.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's definitely a consideration for a truck gun kind of setup for sure. Especially with a brace. As long as those are legal, it's a 50
up in the air right now.
Gun, so that's pretty great. So there's, like I said, we really aimed for modularity in this project because how many different ways you can run this. Speaking of which, do you want to touch on the differences with the rail systems?
Yeah. So right now we have it set up to work well with the Midwest Industries rail. So that's kind of how we patterned the gun initially.
I've been in the firearms industry for a long time, but this is the coolest way to do it.
ZP, is this the ZP5? So it has the Midwest Industries rail system, which is a really slick system, and I really like it a lot. It's incredibly modular, just like the holster. But we are currently working on figuring out a way to allow it to use the standard tropical handguard. It is a little
which
bit
we actually figured it out. The newer series will have the tropical
real
handguard.
estate for us to work in the retention system.
Accessibility for it.
But I believe the
compatibility
Magpul system will work with this holster. So if you are running the new Magpul system,
we've changed the design from this video a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit.
Really, we're really only trying to figure out
and
how to
it
get
should be on its way.
Yeah, and what he's talking about, guys, is if you look at the trunnion here, the trunnion is covered different amounts by different kinds of rails. So as you can see here, the Midwest mates up right to the front of the trunnion, so there's no issue there, and you can get good coverage. And in fact, on our first model, we had substantially more kydex up here to increase retention. We found that retention wasn't necessary, and it also got in the way of the handguard. But for instance, the tropical handguard comes back, the original tropical handguard comes back and covers more of the trunnion. They did that for heat shielding because the trunnion can get extremely hot and full auto fire. However, most people aren't running these as machine guns. If you are, good for you. However, like we said, different handguards cover different amounts of this. So we've got this initial offering right here that does mate up to the end of the trunnion, and then we, like Gary said, we are working on a new model that's going to allow for a wider variety of handguards to work with the holster.
Oh, it's a K variant.
Absolutely.
It's right here.
One thing I will mention is currently the holster is only available for right-handed shooters. However, on the website, now that it's released, we will have the option to get a left-handed holster if you are left-handed. I know Ian from Forgotten Weapons, who's been supporting us in this project, is a left-handed shooter. So we realized that after we just initially made the right-handed setup, and that we have clientele that might be left-handed, and they might want to run this holster.
Buggered that up.
So
it's fine.
We are actually going to be releasing the left-handed version. So if you go on the website and you pre-order your holster, you can order it in left or right-handed. It's going to come traditionally with black, tan, OD green, and gray kydex.
So
and
I'll explain after this video.
Color, like maybe you want a fire engine red, or you want yellow or Tiffany blue, contact us at nextstepconcealment.com, nextstepconcealment@gmail.com, and we can get you that color in special just for you.
That's right.
The holsters won't start shipping until January 2nd, so you'll have allotted time, about a month and a half, to do your pre-orders. And then once we hit January 2nd, that's where the first holster is going to be going out the door to its client, to its new owner, and a new home. We hope to have all of them out within 2 weeks after we get the initial first holster out there. But we're taking this month and a half to make sure that we have enough Kydex, we have enough MHAs, enough QLS systems, so that we don't end up having to take even more time to get you your holster.
Yeah.
In addition to that, there are some minor tweaks that we're making to the final model.
We did.
That we have to wait for the CNCing to be done on our actual mold itself. So we're very excited to get this to you guys. It's been, what, 3-4 months in the making, if that?
5.
So I want to thank
Actually,
Chase for the
5 months.
opportunity to just work on this project. It's been an absolute pleasure just getting to know everyone that's been involved in the process, and kind of stretching the bounds of what it means to be a custom Kydex company.
Yeah, this is definitely a new direction.
It absolutely is.
And also, once this launches, we already have some plans in the works for continuing that new direction.
Yes.
So I'm not going to commit to any guns right now. Obviously, we're interested in customer feedback on what other PCCs that you guys think would be cool to have holsters for. We definitely have some ideas ourselves. No, we're probably not going to do an MP7. If you can get us an MP7, we'll do one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But other than that, we're definitely open to suggestions, and we definitely have some good ideas on that. And we're taking some direction as well from some different units in the world that run PCCs for actual work. They are looking at new requirements based on geopolitics for why they may need to have a PCC on their body and concealed, and so we're certainly taking that feedback into consideration as well when making these future projects, because while the MP5 is a very awesome weapon, it's venerable, it's got a great history, a great legacy, and it's a ton of fun to shoot, we understand that there are more modern platforms out there that people are going to be interested in running holsters for a variety of reasons.
Absolutely.
And so we're working on that as well, so we're excited for that down the road.
Yeah. But you can go to nextstepconcealment.com and you can pre-order your RECOM holster right now. They're going for $250, but if you order it before the end of Cyber Monday, you're going to get $25 off the holster. And don't forget to get your True North MHA and leg strap with it as well. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you on the range.
See ya.
All right, so that was that one. So now we're going to do this one. So this is actually not going to premiere for another 30 minutes, but because it's my company and I get to pick when I show things, aside from when I'm working with other companies, we are going to showcase this a little. It's totally cool. It's a totally cool video. It's like super short. It's only like a minute and a second. But to answer your question, Farsight, yes. We have been working with Gun Jesus, as he is sometimes called. This actually, if you didn't watch the first video, or if you weren't here for the first premiere when we talked about it, this whole project actually stemmed from an interview that he did with Polinar Tactical, which is a Slovenian group, and they're really funny. I loved working with them when they were down in my state visiting the gun shop, and also when we met up with them at SHOT Show a number of years ago. So they were on his YouTube channel. They were talking because he was over working or doing Finnish Brutality, which is like a huge gun competition. It's like multiple days, a lot of like physical exertion, things like that. Makes you tired just thinking about it. And they were talking about their favorite weapon platforms. Giga, who's kind of the head guy of Polinar Tactical, he basically said that MP5s are my favorite gun, and that if I really want to run one in a 2-gun competition, but I can't because you have to have your pistol holstered. So Chase decided, hey, let's make him a holster, contacted me, and that's where this all came from. So when we were thinking about doing it, before we even launched the idea, or before we even started it, I told Chase, I'm like, the only way that I'm doing this is if everyone's on board. Because I'm not going to, not to be that guy, but I don't want to waste my time if this isn't going to go anywhere. Because this, just molding the holster itself before we even started doing the CAD design took over an hour just to do one holster, because there's so much stuff you have to do, so much blocking you have to do, all this other stuff you have to consider when building it for that large of a platform. So when we got the yes, we're all on board, so he contacted Ian from Forgotten Weapons and said, hey, we want to do this, would you mind helping us with talking about it, spreading it? And things like that. And he said absolutely once it's good to go. And then Polinar was like, yep, we'll do it, all good. So as soon as I got that green light, I was like, all right, let's full send, let's just do it. And when we did it, we kind of overdid it by making the mold, which is cool because now it's available. I've got 2 sitting over here in the corner. I got to bring one of them to a buddy of mine to do some media stuff over the weekend. But that's kind of how it happened. And once we get the new edits in, so we sent him one of the current models that we have. He found a couple of flaws in it that we've corrected, and we've got the new mold on the way. So that's going to be the corrected final model that we're going to be releasing. So that one does accommodate the tropical handguard, which is that traditional, like very long, almost triangular handguard. So once we have that ready, we're going to send him a new one, and he's going to do a little video about it as well, which is really cool. It's been, like I said in both videos, it's been really cool working with everybody and just getting to know everyone. True North, so Nate from True North, who's one of the owners of True North, I got to meet with him a couple of times, like just through video chat, and he's awesome. He's such a cool guy, just really nice dude, and being able to just work with all these people, learn more about the industry and how it all works was really fun. So let's take a look at the final video, which is our cool cinematic. And I'll shut up for this one. It's short. It's coming out.
Be advised, subject is leaving the target building.
Yeah, man, I'm on the way.
And he's leaving.
All right, let's roll. Hey, check it out.
There it is. So that's our cool cinematic. Believe it or not, that was 4 hours of filming. 4 hours. So the great thing about working with professionals, I should say, so if you didn't hear in the first video, Chase, who was the other guy in the video, was a Marine, so he's got tactical experience. Also, he's been shooting and in the shooting industry and training people for years since leaving the Marine Corps. So between him and I, we both know what we're doing as far as moving, handling, all that stuff. So when you have people that know what they're doing, it makes things a lot easier. It makes things a lot quicker. You don't have to explain things. I think we only did like 2 or 3 takes, if that, of each one of those scenes. And most of it was because we wanted to get a second angle or a third angle to have other, areas to clip from. We have a second edit that's like 2 minutes long. It just shows a little bit more stuff. We wanted something that was just short, sweet, to the point. But like overall, we have been just over the moon with how cool this whole holster is, whole process. We've got some really cool photos. I think are in the Dropbox. They're all in the Dropbox. Oh, this was probably, I think, the funniest. So for one of our teasers, if you didn't watch it, he literally just ate crayons. It was so cool. We kind of took a jab at the fact that he was a Marine. I was like, can we do this? Like, is this offensive in any way? And he's like, no, you're good. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? So that was really cool. I gotta make a quick post on Instas because live. Next. Worth in it. Yeah, Marine being a Marine, absolutely. The funniest bit I think was this one.
I was washing dishes, watching a YouTube video, and
Just the fact that it's like washing dishes, watching watching a YouTube video. It was so cool. Like, just as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, I gotta grab a clip of that and make that one of our. Sorry, I'm just finishing up this social media post for it. Gotta tag everybody. That's like the one downside, is having to tag everybody you do posts like this that's involved. Guns Daily. Cool. Done. Done skis. But yeah, I mean, let's take a look at the website real quick. Show you guys what our website looks like. So this is our site. Got our big Black Friday sale going on. It is from the 28th through the 18th to the 28th. 10% off using code Turkey10. And our wonderful tray with our dip, our wonderful dip can holster. These are the most popular holster item that we have, which is crazy right now. I've got 2 downstairs that I have to finish. And this is a really cool photo that we got of so pre-orders 10% off to the 8th. We got all these. Everything's made in the USA, which is awesome. Love being able to tout that about her. Come over to products. And let's see. So come down to Black Friday sale. This is all of our everything that's Kydex is on sale right now. RECOM, thank you. What's up, Chase? So everything that is Kydex manufactured is on sale. It's 10% off using Turkey10. Oops, didn't do that. We just added a metric fuck ton of support for our Ballaster series, so we decided to bring back our Gen 1 series. So we've got 1911s, Walthers, CZs, FNs, Glocks, like basically 45 caliber Glocks, HKs, Rugers, some SIGs, not all, some SIGs, Smith & Wessons, Springfields, and Taurus. Dude, so it was funny. I when I approached Chase with that idea, I was like, so I want to do this idea. And I was like, would you actually be willing to eat a crayon for the video? And he's like, yeah, of course. But it was, I mean, just making the whole video was really cool. The interviews that you saw were all one take. Like, we did not do multiple takes, except for like one of my bits. My first segment of the interview, we did have to do a retake because I fucked up. I stumbled over my words and I said that I was using a Sharpie on my dry erase board. That's been there the whole time for like the last couple months. So if you've had the ability to zoom in super far, you could have seen the last few months that we've had that drawn on our whiteboard. Erasable and figure out what else I'm going to draw on it. So there's that, but also, you know, so I told people, it's like, yeah, and I drew on it with a Sharpie, and then as soon as I said that, I was like, I gotta redo that because you don't use a Sharpie on a fucking whiteboard, you use a dry erase marker on a whiteboard. So I was like, people are gonna get really mad because they're gonna like, oh, you fucked up your whiteboard and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but I corrected that which was good. But we didn't have to do like multiple takes on anything. It was really cool. Just being able to sit there, go through all of what we wanted to talk about. We only had like 4 or 5 questions. So, really? Okay. So you just basically draw right over it and then, oh, okay. I think I've seen that on like TikToks or Facebook Reels or whatever they are. Let me grab these whole. Okay. There will be, but there aren't really any bloopers. There's one video that was absolutely. Let me. I can upload that to the drive real quick. Here it is. So I'll upload this real quick. This is like one of the only bloopers that we have that I'll. To the holsters. They're super small. So this is the variant that allows for folding stock. So it's got a much longer dongle. So it just snaps right on. Awesome. Super easy snap off. This is the variant that is for fixed stocks or the collapsible butt stocks. When you order it, you do get both dongles, if you will. Both straps come with it, so that way you don't have to order new ones or extras. So you will get those. They each come with that. So let's show you guys this funny blue. Yeah, it's this. So this is one of the things that we had to. Can I not play it? Gotta download it? What the fuck? I can play these other ones. Oh, because it's a .mov.
And I am rolling. And
I gotta change the window capture real quick. Pretty. Ooh. On there, so what we're gonna do is cancel screen capture. properties. There. Top. App. Okay. So this is like one of the only bloopers that we have.
And I am rolling and ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
There. So basically, can't tell. We both tried to go through the door at the same time, which is not possible. It's not a big door. The problem is that we hadn't talked about who was going through the door first. We had talked about one of the other doors, the interior door that we come into when we were grabbing all like the intel and stuff like that, actually conducting the SSE. So we talked about who goes through that. So because on that one we didn't show any of that footage, but I broke down, or he broke down his weapon. Then I broke down mine, and then I opened the door. So since I opened the door, he went first. So in my head, I was like, oh, he opens the door, so I go first. Well, I guess he thought he goes first too, because he opened the door. So we both try to go in, doesn't work because the door is small. And that's like one of the only bloopers we have. It's kind of one of the funniest ones. But it's probably my favorite. Just the fact that we both go in and then like kind of look at each other and realize what the hell we just did. I thought that was really funny. There's some cool photos that we've got. Yeah. So these are some of the photos that we have. For that one. That's the one that I posted up on the website. That one, that's me. That's our tourniquet holder, which I just had to make 2 of this morning. Again, face. I always have tape on my battle belt. That's a really nice, I love this photo. This is probably one of my favorite photos of it. It's a really nice action shot. It's a cool advertisement for T3 belt. Oh, that's an even better one. Get the holster and then you actually really. That's a good shot. That's a really good shot. I like that one. That's a pretty. What's up, RECOM? How you doing, brother? That's a really good one too. Actually, I like that a lot. That's a fun shot. I like. I'm gonna just make this my Facebook profile picture. It's currently my wife and I, but that's gonna be my new Facebook profile picture. Jeez, this is a really good one of you. This is a stellar photo of you with that vibe. I really like that. What post did you comment on? Tag me in a post. What? What's going on here? Oop, that. Yeah, Chase, you can release whatever you want at this point. Just go fucking ham. That's a cool, really cool shot. See the Baofeng. These are not my mag carriers. These are not what they're gonna look like. The riser mag carriers that we produce for it. So that's a really cool action shot. I like that a lot. Jesse! You're not a fan of us doing cool shit without you? What's going on, dude? Yeah, but the where are they? But these stickers. You did these stickers for me and they're fucking awesome. No one's bought one yet. Kind of sad. If you guys haven't seen these stickers, you want someone that does really good graphic work, Jesse is the absolute man. So actually, I'm gonna go to this one instead. So, oh god, light off. There we go. So he designed this for me. These are our stickers for our dip can holster. So he actually took just a photo of our dip can holster and created these awesome stickers for us. They're really, really fucking cool. I really like the design. But yeah, if you guys need really cool graphics, he's a good guy for it. Let's see. That's a good one, right? Yeah, it did. That one did look really good, and I really liked that. But the point of like advertising for them, and they may not want to be associated with a holster company, sort of deal. Like, I was talking to people about that, and they were all like, "Yeah, that's probably not a good idea." But I really liked that initial design you had with it. It was really cool. I wish we could have gone with that. And, like, copyright wasn't going to be a problem, but or them getting mad at me and sending me a C&D, because the last thing I'd want would be spend money on them and get a cease and desist. Oh, that's a really good one. I think some of these are edited, right, Chase? Yeah. So I was actually that first bit that you see, we are actually sitting in a car with these things on. Is a little interesting sitting with a giant fucking MP5 on your hip. It's a good advertisement for SB Tactical too, because you can clearly see the SB Tactical logo right there. Another good one. Oh, that's the last one. But yeah, like, this was just such a... I love this blooper. This is probably my favorite blooper.
And I am rolling and ready whenever you are.
I'll play it one more time. The way that we come up is just so slick. And in case anyone's wondering, all those guns were completely unloaded. We had no ammo on site that wasn't locked in a vehicle, and all the magazines that we were carrying were also unloaded. In case anyone was wondering or cared or was worried, they were also triple checked before we even used them. So I checked them, Chase checked them, and then either our camera guy would check them or the guy that you saw walking out of the barn would check them. So they were at least double, triple checked before everything. But gotta take that SB Tactical out until they send the check. That's a good one. That's a good one. Just be like, hey, how much you gonna pay me to post this photo, SB? Come on. I know you guys are going through all that legal battle with the ATF, but I'll do it for I'll post it for $5,000. No ballroom limits. Yeah, we did not want that, especially because we're both professionals. We both have used firearms for years. You know, I'm involved in law enforcement. He was at one point too, so it would look really, really, really bad if we ended up having that. So, but anywho, that's pretty much it for this. I just wanted to kind of get on here, showcase you guys the actual this video will be debuting in about 7 minutes. We'll watch it one more time just because it looks so good. I really liked how this one came out. These other two, the Behind the Kydex ones, are already out. If you guys did not see them already, go to our YouTube page to check them out. But let's check out this one just one more time because it's such a good one. It's coming out.
Be advised, subject is leaving the target building.
Yeah, man, I'm on the way.
And he's leaving.
All right, let's roll. Hey, check it out.
that video. So Chase, should I not post the SB that photo with the SB Tactical logo on it, or should I? Like I mean, I'm totally fine if I do. I don't really care. But would that be like that wouldn't be a legal problem? Pancakes. No, I've been home all day. This is technically an early stream and also an off schedule stream because I don't normally stream at on Fridays, but we just launched our newest holster today for my company, so that's kind of where we're at right now. We just watched the cinematic version video that is coming out in 4 minutes, but we gave it to you guys early because my video. Well, it's Chase and I's video, RECOM and I's video. I do need to post that up on Instagram. Actually, you're right, Chase. I need to download it to my phone. Why is California? Oh, hold on. I gotta take this. That is not who I thought it was. I thought that was the mold company. Well, yeah, I'll post everything. Okay. Yeah. So all of the videos are up. Let's put that before it problem. So all the videos are up here on our YouTube channel. So just look for Next Step Concealment. This was the first video, the creating the RECOM holster, so behind the Kydex, where we talk actually about the holster process that we went through, how we came about making the holster, all that fun stuff. We then have the features where we talk more about why we did certain design features, what each one of these little bits is for, like this little dongle here, what is this for, how you can kind of move things around with your holster, different things that you can do with it. And the possibility of future compatibility with other models as well. We didn't specify which ones we were looking at, but we did say that we are looking into other ones. And then this one is going to come out in 2 minutes and going to be a really good premiere for this video. So that comes out then. You can also see all of the the 2 teasers and the little bit of how Chase gets his ideas, which is my favorite.
I was washing dishes, watching a YouTube video, and
I really want to make that, Chase, I want to take that audio, figure out a way that I can upload it to my phone, like upload the audio to my phone and make that your text tone. I would love to have that be your text tone. So every time that you text me, I was washing dishes, watching a YouTube video, just for the giggles. I think that'd be really funny. But I haven't figured out how to do it yet. So, anywho, I gotta go finish making some holsters. And what phone do I have? I have the iPhone 13 Pro. Because they had a stupid, crazy deal on it. Couldn't say no. My wife and I each got one. We traded in our 10s for like $800 in credit or something like that each. Okay, yeah, that would be great. I'd love to know how to do that so I could make that his text tone. I tried looking it up, but it was like super obscure and it didn't work. So it was like, you got to go into this setting and do this, and I tried that and it didn't work, and whatever. So anyway, we will probably have something up over the weekend because Sunday is my birthday, which is super exciting. So I'm gonna have a stream up on my birthday because my wife's working, so I'm gonna be home by myself, enjoying my birthday alone, which is fine because I'm gonna play video games probably all day. Do a little bit of cleaning because we've got family coming in Steak and beer day. I think my wife scheduled fish, and then we're gonna go out Monday to celebrate my birthday. We're gonna go get Mexican at the Mexican restaurant right next to us, which is probably the best Mexican restaurant in the area, in my opinion. We have like Guadalajara. We've got like 4 Guadalajaras in the main town that I live near. But Guadalajara is not that great in my opinion. Like, no offense to anyone that loves Guadalajara, but it's like the one that's right like 5 minutes from my house is so much better. But so Saturday, I'm not quite sure what time we will have the live stream, but it will definitely be during the day. It will most likely be 5M stuff because that server launches in 3 hours, 3.5 hours for us. So I do kind of want to get into that as well. Let's see. And I might have some of that up later today too. It just really depends. I have to run to the gun shop, bring one of these holsters over so that my buddy Jake can do media for his stuff. He wants to do media on this as well to help us spread it. And then I got to finish up holsters, and I got to do a couple other things around the house. So we may have another stream up for like 2 or 3 hours, maybe. If you guys are following the channel, you get notified via, sorry, I hit the boom. You'll get notified via email when we go live. You can also hop in the Discord that we've got for the channels. So, right. Edit, never ending, generate new link, copy the link, up, and where's Lamb? You guys haven't joined our Discord yet, hop in the Discord, coming out with me. Gang, I used to do a lot of holster streams. I stopped doing them for a little bit just because things got really crazy. So I want to start doing them again once it's not cold as shit. I need to redo my setup because I redid the garage. That's pretty much when I stopped did my garage. I built a brand new bench. So once it gets warmer, so like after February or March, so right around March or April, we should start having more garage streams in my garage to actually make holsters. So if that's something you guys are interested in, definitely follow. I could put on a sweater, yeah, absolutely. But it's also like super cold. So actually that would probably be better for the computers if it's cold. That way they don't heat up as much. But like this morning it was 40 degrees. It was not that fun. It was not fun at all. But I also need to redo the entire computer setup and probably vacuum out the computer because I got dust all over it. But anyway, so our next scheduled stream is Tuesday at 9 p.m. But like I said, we'll have one at least on Sunday. I'm aiming for around noon that day. It will probably start between noon and 1, depending on what I've got going on, what I have to do. I got to do a little bit of cleaning around the house because we've got family coming over for Thanksgiving. And we got to make sure that the house is all ready for that. But other than that, I'm not really doing it. So that weather sounds nice. 40 degrees sounds nice. That's like cold as shit here. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming out, watching the videos, and seeing all of our progress that we've made. It's 30 there. I think it's 44 here. So it's not 19. God damn. Don't pee outside. This morning when you dropped off the, oh god. Ugh. Okay, now I'm not, like, now I can't complain. Fine. Anyway, thank you guys so much. If you guys want to watch the videos again, go to our YouTube channel here at Next Up Concealment on YouTube. Watch all that good stuff. I'm going to be dropping a new series on my YouTube channel called Behind the Kydex, where I'm going to talk about the different things that we do, the different tools that we use to make our holsters, like why we use X-Acto knives, why do we use different attachments, and how do you use this, how do you use that. Just kind of talk a little bit about it. I tried doing the custom videos where like I talk about, I walk you guys through, build a custom holster on stream. I didn't like that. It took way too long to edit, way too long to do. It added so much extra time to the holster itself. What normally would take me 30 minutes, hours. So It was just not a good use of my time. Plus, then I had to edit the video, get everything published. So instead, I'm gonna do this Behind the Kydex series where I'm talking about the different things that we use, different methods that we've used and tested out. My goal is to do like one a week right now, starting next week. So I'm gonna film one over the weekend, get it edited really quick, and then send it out on the YouTube channel. So keep an eye out on that. Follow us on YouTube so that you guys can, I guess it's called subscribing, isn't it? Subscribe to us on YouTube so that you can get all the information when we post a video, and maybe we'll have some new compatibility for the RECOM series next year. You never know. So thank you guys so much. If you guys want 10% off all of our Kydex holsters, go to nextstepconcealment.com and use code TURKEY10 to get 10%. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day, a great weekend, and if we do not see you on one of our streams before Thanksgiving, have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and enjoy your time with your family. Bye.